Shea and company are cooking up a nice little winning streak here.
How you feeling tonight?
Can't stand the heat. Stay out of the kitchen.
The only thing nicer than a winning streak is an even longer winning streak, and I've got 3 keys to keeping this thing going. 1, push off makes, not just misses. The more transition, the better. 2, don't settle for the first clean look on offense. Keep attacking until you get a great look. And 3, communicate on defense. These guys have got to talk out there, because in today's NBA, you'll get destroyed by all the screening that goes on out there if you're not communicating on defense. So, look, do all those, and we could be looking at a nice, long winning streak here.
Breaking it down like a pro.
Ta-da, I am a pro Hornet.
Great point, Hank.
Yep, coming up next, Western Conference Power Rankings. But first, a little music for your ears. Keep it tuned to Hank and the Hornet, only on 98.9 The Flex.
The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports, as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, after all the turmoil in New Orleans last season, there's fresh air in the Big Easy. The Pelicans won the lottery and got #1 overall pick Zion Williamson. Not only that, the Anthony Davis trade brought in a surrounding cast of young star talent. The Pelicans have gotten a great head start on their rebuild. Kevin?
They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Capella.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Tucker and Capella are up front. Russell Westbrook out there with Gordon. And it's Shea in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Okafor in at the 5 down low.
And for so many things that the Rockets do right, one area they can lapse in is rebounding.
Yeah, and a big part of that, I think, is they play a lot of small ball, and the defense is decent, but the rebounding suffers when they go small. They were bottom 3 in the league last year in rebounding.
Now here's Okafor. Pulls it up. That one rolling around and rims out. Gordon against Holiday. Gordon finds Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Puts it up from 15. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Shea, finished off the break.
Nice aggressive move by Shea. Gets bounced around a little bit, but maintains his focus.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Brooklyn Nets. Okafor dishes to Holiday. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. 6 to shoot. From deep. Again, Holiday missing.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Ball with a wide open look. And again, no good by New Orleans.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
That's going to make a defender think twice about getting in Shea's way next time. Posterize.
The Pelicans have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Ball against Westbrook. And Capella sends it back. And he gets it back. Ingram outside. Here's Ball. And the Pelicans miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Okafor. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And it's Ingram missing. For Houston, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Westbrook drives in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And with Clint Capella, it's easy to see what an important piece of this team he is.
Yeah, it really is, guys, because when he's off the floor, there's a clear difference in how his team plays. I mean, he fits in so well and gives the Rockets exactly what they need, finishing at the rim out of pick and rolls, and then a terrific rim protector as well.
Now, here's Ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Bounce pass, Ingram. Here's Williamson. Okafor trying to get open. And a beautiful finish by Williamson.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here's Westbrook. A 23-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Spotting up and knocking it down. Ingram with the sweet touch.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Gordon. The pass to Tucker. The dish to Che. Pass to Capella. Back to Che. On deep. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Now here's Williamson. His last outing, he had 24 points. That one a little long. Rockets leading by 6. The drive by Che. Yep, that one goes in there. Che's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
New Orleans has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. He kicks it to Ball. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
I tell you what, because of his size and ball skills and vision, he's a handful for any defense, Lonzo Ball. And he's able to convert primarily because of his size and sneaky strength.
Clark, here we are in mid-season, and some teams have already exceeded early expectations, starting to show that they are the real deal.
Yeah, no fluke, and that's what we call validation. Again, you have such a long season early on. The schedule can work in your favor, but as we get to this point in the season, Kevin, teams are starting to show you who they really are, answering doubters, and it's got to be extremely satisfying when you prove folks wrong.
Absolutely. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, Che's quick feet and hands on defense allow them to get out on the break, gets them an easy bucket.
Ball kicks to Okafor. Pass to Ingram. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Holiday with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson.
Okafor, the pass to Alexander Walker. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Okafor. Ingram's got the first basket of the second quarter for New Orleans. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then there's Okafor, and it's Alexander Walker in at the two-guard spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Westbrook. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Clock at 4. No good on the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Nets was a man on a mission. He added 37 points and drained a few from downtown. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And we'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And that one drops.
And, you know, that right there is a case of Shea knowing how to use his body to not only shield the defender, but to get the and one chance, too.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Now here's Okafor. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Holiday. Hope they get it back. Pass to Ingram. Clock at 6. Fires the three. Ball no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now Gordon. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And the basket by Gordon.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter, Kevin. I mean, he's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Ball. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter. Rockets leading by 15.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And here's Holiday. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Here's Melly. Kicks it to Ingram. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And good that time.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Inside. Here's Tucker. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Ingram. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Okafor, high post. Capella's there. Here's Ingram. That one doesn't go. So Houston will take it the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And here are the Pelicans now. The Rockets making the shot. Okafor. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. 16-point lead. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Capella dishes to Che. There's the pass to Gordon. The three. That shot off the mark. New Orleans will take it the other way. Ingram outside. From outside, off the mark.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Back to Che. Tries a three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Kelly's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Holiday, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar. They're shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. A free throw drops for Rivers. So both teams making some changes here. Rivers hits both of them. And so it's Houston feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to go.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Gordon out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Charles in at the 3 spot. The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And here we go. Fast break with Che. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
There's an aggressiveness to Che's game that I think everybody can appreciate and respect. Prides himself on keeping pressure on the defense.
And both free throws good for Che. Pelicans trail by 20. Ball, the pass to Williamson. And here's Holiday. Shoots over Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingram. From the top of the key, he buries it. Ingram's got 6.
So easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. I mean, his size, long arms, shooting, ball handling. The defense is in trouble when he's pick and rolling.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting around 41% on the night. Holiday finds Okafor. Again, New Orleans turns it over. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. You look at Shea. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I ditto all of that. I mean, it's taken him only about half a season to show that he's going to be one of the faces of the NBA for a long time to come, barring injury.
And so he makes both from the line. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Outside Gordon. Shea outside. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered closely. For 3, Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Passes it to Okafor. Dishes to Holiday. A floater, and the layup is up and in. Holiday's got 8 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
For 3, Westbrook, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Ball. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Shea inside. He's covered by Ingram. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Rockets leading by 22. And Shea with the basket on the assist by Eric Gordon. And that's now 21 points for Shea. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. Rockets have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Free throw, good. Shea.
Shea's mentality has always been that of a very driven player. I mean, this is a man who has no other speed besides full.
Outside Holiday. Back to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. Rebounded by Capella.
and a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at Capella. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Shea with the block.
Making an impact with his defense. I know how important that is to Shea in every game he plays. He wants to get it done at both ends.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, can we get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Jonas Jerebko's checked in for the Rockets. Austin Rivers comes in for Eric Gordon. Here's Williamson. He's got 12. In the corner, it's Ingram. Here's the three. In it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes just light up. His shooting is just out of sight.
Back to Westbrook. Here's Capella. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Each one more comes in for Ball.
And, you know, one of the things you admire most about Clint Capella is that he plays to his strengths. He doesn't do stuff that he can't do. An athletic big man who, in that way, is similar to DeAndre Jordan. Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but it seems like they're off to a nice start.
Holiday against Rivers. Holiday goes in. Pass to Hart. 5 to shoot. Over Jerebko. Knocks down the step-back J. Hart's got 7 points in the game.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Look at the turnover situation.
Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. J.J. Redick is out there with Ejuan Moore, and it's Williamson in at the center. That's the Pelicans' 5. Was shot by Redick, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Gordon with no one around, good. And it's Shea picking up the assist. Shea's got 4 assists in the game. Ball, the pass to Williamson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
The Rockets making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential. Very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
Moore outside. Feeds it to Williamson. Stolen by Westbrook. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Shea knows to have his head up at all times, scanning the floor, because that way you can deliver to an open teammate on time, on target.
The Pelicans have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Moore against Gordon. Moore up top. Pass to Melly. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. No good from Moore. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
The pass to Moore. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Miller outside. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Murray's got the ball here for Houston. Left side Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 20.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Moore up top, covered by Shea. And he converts the layup.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Houston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And it's Melly with the rebound. Melly's got 7 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Jackson. Miller with a wide open look. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The drive by Shea and the dunk by Shea.
Well, I think that's what you want to see. I mean, Shea not settling for a spot-up jumper, but driving the ball and scoring on the move.
Jackson looking it over. Passes it to Miller. Here's Schofield. Jackson has the open look. And another 3 for New Orleans.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Outside Westbrook. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 22 points for him.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Here's Moore over Shea. The Rockets pull it in. You think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24. It goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
Pass to Hartenstein. Makes it off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Melly. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. Charles and Shea throws it down.
Shea is doing it all tonight, and they can't do anything to slow him down.
Moore with it. Shea's there. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Jackson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Che.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now here's Holiday. So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up for Clark and David Owen. This is Kevin Harlan and 2K Sports Group thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to...
Hey, Kenny here, man. Great game. Nothing anyone could do to slow you down. When did you first start to feel that this was going to be your night?
You know what, Kenny? As a team, I knew we had a good game plan coming in. Personally, it wasn't until I saw the shots starting to fall. But these guys kept setting me up in a position where I could be successful. The level of camaraderie amongst this group, man, it's incredible, man. And I think that makes everyone better.
Yeah, great game. Continued success.